When creating a poster design, it can really help to undertake some initial research to help spark ideas. Now, of course, this step is optional. You don't have to undertake research. However, this can give you some inspiration if you're not sure what you want to create initially, and can also be good if you have an idea in mind for a particular theme or style that you may want to research further. Moving into the second step of the design process, we're diving into a crucial discovery step: visual research and inspiration. In this video, we are going to look at some techniques to research and some good places to get inspiration. So let's dive in, get hyped for our design project, and gather some research. So let's get into it. So once I'm familiar with the design brief and I have a good understanding of all the important criteria, such as the context, audience, and goals, I then seek to look at a broad range of research and collect anything that I find of interest and that could be relevant and inspirational. So a good place I like to start with is with my digital scrapbook. First, I like to reflect on research I may have acquired previously of images online or photos I have taken out and about. For found research, I like to keep this in a place where I can easily access it and see it as a whole at a glance. Now, these could be images I have gathered from previous projects or just images I have seen out and about and have captured to add to my scrapbook. Now, my old technique was to keep found images on the computer in a scrapbook folder, but as of late, I have been using Figma. Now, Figma is designed for UI and UX design, but I like to use Figma because it offers a vast digital environment for which you can paste hundreds of images into one digital wall, where I can move them around and organize them and come back to them at any time. And the best thing about this is that it's backed up online, so I can never lose it and can constantly add to it. And it's incredibly organized as well, where you can have multiple walls and organize your found research into comprehensive categories. So here I'm using Figma as a digital scrapbook, and I find this to be an amazing platform to gather, collect, and store research. So here is a huge board of poster images I have researched recently online, including a lot I have collected in the past. So a lot of research I can look over here to get some initial inspiration. And here are some examples I have consolidated that focus mainly on sneaker design. So two really good platforms to discover and build inspiration are Pinterest and Designspiration. These two platforms are similar in that you can do a lot of research and build boards. So here I am on Pinterest, and I have a broad range of research I have gathered that contains a lot of sneaker poster designs. As we can see here, there are many examples with lots of dynamic design approaches. Here we have very dynamic typography, images, and texture layouts. Now next, I'm over on Designspiration, where again you can search for a wide range of creative inspiration and then place them into specific boards. If you want to take a closer look at these research boards, you can find the links in the description or in the poster design ebook. Now another two good resources of inspiration are Behance and Dribble. Here you can search for specific design criteria and scroll through the vast results to see if anything stands out to you. Now, unlike Pinterest and Designspiration, these platforms don't offer the functionality to create boards. Once you find an example you like, you're going to need somewhere to place it. For me, this is where Figma comes in again. Whatever I find on platforms like this, I can copy or take a screenshot and paste it onto my growing digital scrapbook on Figma. So to recap, when undertaking research, you can consider a variety of approaches. During the research phase, you will want to think divergently, looking wide and collect a broad range of visual research initially to get you started. To do this, you can reflect on found research in a scrapbook, research and build boards on Pinterest and Designspiration, or browse through design creative work over on Behance and Dribble, collect and add to your scrapbook. So your fourth task for this class is to undertake some broad research to find samples of what you think is interesting and what inspires you. Be sure to keep in mind what will be appropriate for the design brief. Now, you're welcome to follow along with my initial research, but if you want to have a go at this process and practice your skills to find your own research, Take some time to do this now, and be sure to refer to the task list PDF in the class download folder for more instructions for this task. Try and spend around 20 to 40 minutes on this exercise. Once you have undertaken some broad research, it's time to look at the next step in the design process.